just in grades in general. I mean, before November, I was getting. I mean, I even got a 5 in physics in November, and now I'm probably looking to hopefully get a 9. But it's just, and like in the mocks, I had a 3 grade improvement in like all my subjects. I improved in some way. But yeah, I think it's just helped me grades wise most importantly, which is probably the most important thing.
Because of the structure and because, yeah.
Yeah.
And for me as a parent, I've not nagged, I've not done anything because I know that he's got you on his shoulder almost, and you've been through all, everything with him. And I'm confident that what you're saying, like you can have a day off on Saturday, I would never have given him a day off. I was just like, you've got to do it all the time. But now I understand why that day off, and he's earned that day off because he's done all the plan. But without having that, I wouldn't have known. Without having that plan, I wouldn't have known what he's done and have the confidence that he's done enough. Whereas I know that because you've been with him through it and you've helped him with that plan, and I'm confident that you know exactly what you're doing. So I'm like, I can step away. I don't have to nag. I don't have to, be worried that he's not doing what he needs to do because I know that you've been through it with him and he's doing exactly what he needs to do. So I'm messaging your link to all my friends. I'm like, because they're just, some of them, well, actually, I'd say 90% of people are just having a nightmare, boys and girls, can't get them to revise. I'm like, you need this woman in your life. Quickly, get a hold of Rachel because you don't need to nag. And they're like, what do you mean George is having a day off on Saturday? I'm like, they do need a day off, if they've done enough. And they're like, what? It's just like a whole new different world to them. And I feel like they need it in their life. They need it now, but some of it is too late. And I feel really sorry for them. But luckily we got you early enough. And so we're really glad. So, yes.
Yeah, I've already recommended it to be.
Yeah.
But I think I would say most importantly recommended it to someone that's like right now, but in year 10, because I feel like all of this is important when you start in your mocks. If you put it in, then you can like trial stuff out like that. Top and tail in the English language question 5, just stuff like that. If you get to test it out, you feel more confident with it. And obviously the whole point of mocks is for that purpose. So I think that's a good time to have it. Sort of, you got your teachers from my point of view, I've never wanted or needed a tutor really, because I also kind of understand the school and I know the subject well and stuff, but obviously knowing the subject, you can still get bad grades if you don't understand how to implement that and how to answer questions in exam style questions.
Yeah, and for me, I think it was the same. It's that, George wasn't struggling with any particular subject as such. He knows it all. It's just having to apply it, and that's what you give him. And like you said, it's all a game. You've got to play that game. And that, I think, really resonates with me. And I've been telling everybody, it's just a game, exams. It's in a game. They're like, what are you talking about? It's like, you just need to speak to Rachel. She'll tell you all about it. But that's what it is totally. And it's just, I think that was a massive light bulb moment for me. And if I'd have had you when I did my GCSEs, I might have done a lot better. So.